I just saw a post from the LA Times that Charlie Kirk has unfortunately passed away to his gun wound. And I was reading the comments and it was really heartbreaking. This is the problem with our generation. We don't try to understand, to have empathy. The problem with empathy is why that girl yesterday was killed on the subway and nobody said anything. Nobody did anything because he was a father, he was a husband, he was a son. If this happened to your husband, to your father, to your son, how would you feel? Instead of empathizing, people are saying karma, that's what you get, because he was defending the right, the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. I'm not here to talk about the right to bear arms, but I'm here to talk about that's the problem with us as people. And I hope that we can open our eyes and see that in moments like this, in moments of tragedy, in moments of heartbreak, we will turn instead to have mercy and to have empathy, because that's the standard, that's the example that Jesus gave us. But because when there is a lack of empathy, then there is a lack of humanity. And if you don't feel sorry, heartbroken for the losses and the suffering of someone else, then we're missing a big piece of what Jesus' heart was and his ministry was towards people, towards us, towards humanity, that he saved us and died for our sins even though we weren't worthy. And we need to be more loving, because that's heartbreaking. It's never okay to justify the death of someone else. If you're a believer watching this, don't allow that to scare you, to cause you to go silent. There are people being persecuted that we don't see, that the news chooses not to cover. But don't be quiet in times like this, because when there is a rising in evil, then there will also be an abundance and a rising in God's mercy and his grace. And so I come praying that God would give us that boldness that he gave his disciples, and that he would comfort the family of Charlie, his wife, his kids, and those that were affected by his loss, and that God would also help us to have empathy